Turning your Notion pages into a wiki can be a useful way to make sure your information and pages are up to date and organized. In this video, I wanted to cover what is a Notion wiki, how to create one, and when to use it. If you find this video useful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Wiki is a collaborative collection of pages where multiple people can create, edit, and update content together. In Notion, you can create your own wiki to organize your personal knowledge or team documentation, and it's a structured way to keep all of your important information organized and accessible in one central place. So this is an example of a sample wiki inside of Notion. I would describe a wiki as something between a database and just a simple collection of pages that you might add into a page. What's unique about Notion's wiki is that each page that you add to this main homepage, it gets various properties. Like you can add things like verification, tags, created time, and owner, so that you can make sure that these pages are up to date and current and get reminders for when you need to reassess if the page is current. So the biggest benefit to using a wiki is that you are able to verify it, assign people who can take ownership of that particular page, and make sure that everyone in your team knows that the pages inside of the wiki is the central source of truth for your company or organization. You can of course use it for your personal needs too, if you want to make sure that certain pages are up to date for your own personal life. But as you can see with the sample wiki, you can have team pages here, policy pages, new pages here. And one thing that's unique is that you can structure this homepage however you want. So with a traditional Notion database, it might look more like this. So it's kind of a hybrid approach in the sense that you can move around these pages freely. You can add your own text and so on inside of a wiki while still having search features and having a way to see all of the pages that are stored in here. And for example, if I add a new page to this wiki, what happens is I get a new page with all of the properties, but at the same time, it's still a flexible Notion page. And just like a Notion database, you can also use linked views like these company update pages that are in the wiki with the tag policies. So when I add that new page, if I go to my all pages view, then you'll see the new page appear here. And if I add a new page here and I go back to my home page, that page is just going to show up inside of this main page like this. So now let's go over how to create your wikis. In any empty page, I'm just going to type team wiki. You can also convert a page that you find has lots of different pages inside into a wiki as well. We have team wiki here. I'm going to add an icon for my team. I can even add a cover photo, and I can go to the three dots here, and now I can convert this page into a wiki. So I'm going to click turn into wiki and try it out. And I've now turned on my team wiki. So now what I can do is start designing the page similar to other Notion pages. For example, let's go ahead and add team here /divider, and I can add some pages inside. So let's say that I want to add a getting started page. So I'll add a page getting started. And now already you'll see that when you change it to a wiki, it automatically comes with an owner property, which is basically a person property, a verification property, and a tags property. I can even click here to see more properties. So I could add more properties here, even further customize this wiki. And you can even delete these pre-made properties if you don't need them. So in that sense, this part looks a lot like a Notion database, but you won't be able to do the more custom layouts that a Notion database can provide. If we go back to Team Wiki, now we see our getting started page. I can change the icon here. We have our first page. I can add a few more pages inside. So /page. Let's say that this is the mission, vision, values page. I can add a star icon here. And for these, you can even add cover photos. And I can go back to my team wiki. And here we could add another page. I'll add a vacation policy here. And next I'm going to add an icon for this one. So now I have 3 pages: getting started, mission, vision, and values, and a vacation policy. And as you can see, you can fill them out. You can add an owner for who should keep track of this page and this information inside of here. You can also add a tag. So let's say that this is a policy. And you can add a verification. So for 90 days, 30 days, indefinite, pick a date. And this is going to give you a notification when you do this. Then if I go to my sidebar and then I go to my settings, You can see the list of verified pages inside of this settings here so that you can see all of the pages that are verified in this team space, and you'll get this mark here that it's verified. The next thing we'll do is that I want to show that you can already see views, so you can see all the pages inside of here with its verification, all of the properties displayed here. And one thing that's interesting about wikis is even when you nest pages inside, so let's say that I have another page inside of here for onboarding guide. I'll put a tag here. If I go back here, you'll see that it's a nested page in here. And if I go back to my team wiki and then I go to all pages, I'll see the onboarding guide here as well. So what's great about wikis is that you don't lose track of your pages. Any page that goes into a wiki can be tracked down by going to all pages here. Another thing is that there is a built-in pages I own. So this one is if the owner is you, so you can keep track of all the pages that are your responsibility. You can even actually delete all of these defaults except home. So home is a requirement, but everything else you can actually delete. You can add new views. So let's say I add a new gallery view here for all of the pages. I want the card preview to be page cover. I can do that, and I can do gallery view. So this part really acts like a Notion database, and you can even set up automations inside of the wiki as well. And as I mentioned, the only limitation would be the layout settings. Even conditional color is here, but you won't be able to add the custom layout designs that is available on regular databases. So if I go home, another unique feature of wikis is that I can actually do linked view databases. So I can do /linked view of a data source. This wiki is considered a data source, and the title of that is going to be the title of your wiki page. So this is a team wiki. I can click this one and then choose gallery view, and then I could even move it over here and then move this one over here. So now we have the team pages over here. You can also hide the database title here, so you only see the gallery view over here. In this way, you can really customize your wiki page in the home, but then you still see all of the pages through this part here. Another feature of the wiki is basically that you can type any kind of information inside as well. So you can even add like a welcome message. You can even turn this into a call out block, move it up here, put a light bulb like this as well, and then you can even color it. The flexibility is there just like any other Notion page, except that it also has the feature of a database. If you ever want to undo the wiki feature, you can click the 3 dots here and then go to undo wiki, and it's going to undo the wiki. And doing that's just basically going to put this back into the page format where you would remove the properties and verifications from your pages. So it would just be a collection of pages inside of this page without the property features that a wiki has. Next, let's go over when you should use wikis and when you shouldn't use a wiki. I would say that pages that should go into a wiki are pages that you want to make sure are up to date. So things like your vacation policy, you want to make sure that this is the most up-to-date information for your company-wide policy. So you would want a verification. You would want someone to take ownership of the page and have the most recent information about that. But for example, if you have one-off pages with contractors or other kinds of brainstorming pages and things like that, you might not want to put that into a wiki, just because I think that the wiki should really be like a documentation or a central knowledge hub. So I would also avoid putting in your project's database or any kind of databases that you use on a day-to-day basis. I don't think really belongs in a wiki, but outside of the wiki, I think that text-based information that maybe people might have questions about to figure out certain things about the team policies and so on could be useful inside of a team wiki or documentation that everyone needs to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in learning Notion from the basics to advanced, be sure to check out the link in the description for my Notion course, Learn by Building, which includes 25 modules and dedicated videos and hands-on assignments to learn how to build and use Notion. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I hope to see you all in the next video.